Guys, it's been a while. How you been? Been all right. Still fat. Still have no neck. Here, we're with Lako'S Integra, and his radiator support is ass. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this bad boy to a new one, and then later I have a bumper that I'm doing for Chris Sadowski, and he's going to hook it up with a Sadowski bar for trade for work for my boy. So I'm going to be hooking him up. He's going to be hooking me up. I'm hooking him up. So it's a whole lines of hookups, and it's great. And yeah, so I know I haven't filmed in a while, but I mean, you know, I'm filming on my phone because my camera's dead. So if you guys have terrible audio, just turn your TV up. All right, so Lako wants me to film this fucking thing for him. This is me here with his Crunch Wrap Supreme. The reason why I call it that is because this thing is fucking wonky. Down there is wonky. Over there is twisted. This side doesn't even line up correctly when you put in... Which one is this one? Is this L? This is L. When you put this bad boy in, right? Look at that. That's straight. That is straight. Do you see how... Like, what is this? This is all bent out. That's the actual frame itself. This is twisted in. So, yeah, you can see a difference here. But this is all wonky like bacon. You can see all that. It's not supposed to look like that. So we have the new radiator support for the boy, and we're gonna set him up and get it all nice and good. I have another bumper I need to do. I need to take this shit down. This summer's already over. Go over here and grab the front radiator support. Where did it go? Wait. There it is. Front radiator support. Shit, I just hit the truck. Sorry, Gramps. It's okay, hit the part that didn't matter. Oh. Bam! Radiator support that we took off of his other DA that was, well, shit. Took it off of those two parts. And that's the new radiator support. We're not painting it because, yeah, we're just doing this for him. But it's straight. That thing is straight. The only problem is that if you look at it on both sides here, see how that one's pointing this way? I think that one leans a little to the left, if you guys catch my drift. What are you always gotta be sneezing for, man? We're not even in like a what? Like, there's no wind. What are you sneezing for? Why? Tell me! Why must you fail me so often?
What do you want from me?
So that being said, it's going to be a 2-day process because Lako, sorry buddy, love you to death. Take a bullet for you. Wouldn't be happy about it. But you always bring us the fucking cars late, man. Always. He's like, yeah, man, I'll be there early in the morning. Oh, shit. Cool. It is, what time?
4:09.
4:09
p.m.
p.m. So we're going to do as much as we can here today. If we can't weld it because it's too dark, then we'll come out here in the morning and weld it up and then grind down some of the welds that need to be grinded down. And yeah, but I'll show you guys how to take off a front radiator support on a DA, so at least you learn something. All right, hermanos, here's what you need to do. So there's a weld here, right? Looks like they already fucking replaced that. There's a weld here. Just grind that down with a belt sander, and then look for your spot welds like that, right? Use a center punch, and where did I... Okay, there it is. Use a center punch, and then you're going to use this little bad boy that has serrated teeth and let it cut for you. So you don't want it, because it will make a hole this big. That's hard to weld, and it sucks. So what you want it to do is you want it to look like this. You see how that looks? Just enough for you to split the metal. You don't want to put a whole fucking hole in it. If that was the case, just get a drill bit. So this has to be separated here from it because these connect, and there's a plate behind it that connects there. So like all this has to get welded together. Follow down and feel for all your spot welds. So it comes down this way. Don't worry about these spot welds here. That's literally connected to nothing. Then you're gonna get the ones that are all here that connect to the actual frame of the car. These ones right here, because I think there's about 3 across, 3 down here, and then 3 at the bottom. Or 4 at the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. Then that is separated. So once that part's done, mimic the other side and the whole front end will come out. Then you put the new one on, use some bolts and stuff like to bolt it up in here with there, right? Just to hold it in place. Line up your holes where you originally have those holes with the holes that you made there. Weld it. You can even put some 10s there to hold it in place, what have you. Don't forget to weld this plate back, okay? That's an important piece because you don't want water getting underneath there and it causes, you know, starts to rust because the water does travel through these lines here, like through these areas. That's why they're always dirty. Even if you're like, fuck, dude, I didn't even drive the car. And it just rained. How is there like leaves in here? Well, because water travels through this. So that way it doesn't get into the engine bay or anywhere that's important. So now you guys know. I also want to point out something for you guys, for you Honda guys, because I know you guys struggle with it as much as I do.
Just got bit in my ass, bro.
Did you?
Yeah. Fucking mosquitoes.
So what you want to do is, you see this line right here? There's a little line. And if you go underneath this fucking primer, see that other line? If you have wonky ass doors and every time they close and they make a kunk sound before they actually close, you're not aligned properly. So there's 2 lines on every single one, right? Line them up properly like how this one is, and your door will close perfect every single time. Just wanted to give you guys a little tip real quick in case your doors were misaligned and fucked up. So as you can see, we got all the spot welds out. All of them are all drilled. Now you take a hammer and chisel, and you chisel your way out. You have to grind these little welds here down. But yeah, so it's time to get to hammering. Whew. It's all disconnected. Pry bar, hammer, and wiggle. Your side's a lot easier than mine was. Hey Alex,
What?
look at me. Look at me. You're a bitch. Okay, so we got the radiator support on, just dummied with bolts, lining it up. And what we're gonna do, I talked to Barry from Juicebox for you. If you guys haven't watched anything from them, highly recommend it. He's a great body, what would you call it, body guy? Mm-hmm. So he told us to measure from the bolt here to the tip of the leg, which is right here. These are called the legs. So from that to there, and from that to there. So this one's probably going to be straight because this one isn't as damaged as this side was, because you already know that this side is wonky. So we're going to measure it from here to here and see where we need to bring the leg back or sideways or what have you. So we're going to take a bar, one of these kind of bars, right? Stick it in the leg and bring it this way. If that doesn't work, we're going to bring the car over here by the tree, and we're going to attach the a come along to the tow hook that's down there, and we're going to put his TL in the grass right here and have it connected to the back, so that way the car doesn't pull. So that way, you know, it's weighted in both areas, and we just barely crank it over, and we put the bar in there. We'll, you know, massage it to where we need it to be, and then the tow strap will keep it where it should be held, and then we could go on from there and work our magic and do what we need to do. But as of right now, it looks a lot better than what it did. Way better than what it did. Things, as you can see, are still a little off, but if you just give it a nice little push, it's right there. So everything pretty much lines up. That side just needs to be hammered down just a little bit right there. Not there, but like right there. You see these squishy things right here? Go in the middle. A little bit more. Nope. Yep. That needs to be hammered down, because it's not supposed to be like that. It's all wonky. But see you guys tomorrow in the morning. We're going to get ready to close up shop here and all that noise. And then we're going to put this all together tomorrow and weld it all up. Hey guys, it's morning. We're out here. I think Luis is coming out too. Did you text Luis or something?
No.
No?
Why?
Because That's not Luis. All right. So, Lako. What up? So, Lako, this right here is just, that's the only thing that's bent. So, it's not the leg that Barry was telling me on live yesterday. So I don't have, if you do have a bent leg, what you can do is you can stick a jack, like a jack bar from your jack, stick it in there, and you could pry to the left just a little bit, and it'll straighten out your leg. But in this case, it's just pinched here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bang this out this way, and I'm gonna bring this lump down, because that's why this is crooked. So I'm gonna try to straighten this out. It's gonna be a lot of hammering and fidangling with, but after I get it straight, it should be where it should be, obviously, if that makes sense. We're gonna measure this side and measure this side and make sure that it's symmetrical with each other. And once it's symmetrical, we know that it'll line up. We're gonna be doing a lot of taking off and putting on of the subframe before we actually do the initial welds. On this part right here, if you guys can see that right there, how it's kind of wrinkly. So what we're gonna do on that side is we're gonna take the vice grips, right? This is a cheap way to do it. We're gonna vice it down, obviously not this week. This is gonna come off, and it's gonna go right on the slide hammer, and we're gonna boom, pull it out, and it's gonna bring the frame out. So while I'm pulling it out, what it's gonna end up doing essentially is this part right here that's kind of like crushed in on that side, it's going to kind of want to go in, so, or in or out. So what Alex is gonna do is he's going to hammer the back side of it and the front side of it, so that way it levels itself out as I'm pulling. So that's the initial plans, and then we're going to, like I said, keep test fitting and whatnot and see how straight we can get this front end. All right, guys, so I'm getting this area as straight as possible. If you didn't know, if you don't have the greaser, you can use gasoline. And gasoline cleans off the stuff, just like Mike Jones said, my gasoline is always supreme. So you can always clean off the stuff, degrease the area using gasoline, use soap and water or whatever to clean off the area. I just poured a whole bucket of soap and water down on this whole area, as you can see, because you can't weld grease. This is straight. Alex got his area straightened out, including this little area right here. We still got to adjust it just to make sure where we are. We're going to take our measurements still. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to took out the AC dryer, and I'm going to come underneath here, and I'm going to hammer up this area, and it's going to go up. So that should level this out, and then I could bring it this way, because like I said, if this was all crinkled up to all the way here, then I can make that work too. All right, guys, I want to show you this fitment right now. Look at that. We still got some gappage here, but that's like I think that might be like the rubber inside the hood. You can see the rubber right there. Yeah, it's the rubber. So, but you got the gappage, nice and clean, nice and even Stevens, right? The reason why the hood is tweaked, just so you guys know beforehand, and his headlight's busted on this one, so we're trying to make do with what we got. But if you let go of it, that's so we have to zip tie it, or we're gonna try to make our own brackets for this thing.
The fitment's good here, but if you notice out here, it starts to whiten, it starts to go out, so we gotta go in.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to fidangle with this and get that straight. Then next, after we get the headlights and make sure that the headlights are all good, because we just have this dummied on there, then we got to do the subframe and make sure the subframe's bent. So how are we going to unbend that? Is my question.
Subframe?
I mean the bumper bar. It's bent.
I don't know. He has to get another one.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to get another one. But as of right now, it's straight, and fitment's really good, a lot better than what it was. I'll put a picture right here that Alex is going to send me of what the fitment looked before. So as you guys see right here, that's what it looked like before. I'm going to bring it closer to you guys. Okay, bring it a little closer. You guys see that? Awful. But me and Alex, we thought of something. We thought of a good idea. So you see how dull these are? How dull that is. So what we want to do, what we're going to do actually, is we're going to remove all this shit here, right, and move it over that way, and move all that shit over there, and move it over this way, and clean up that area right there, and move all the stuff this way. Like I said, everything's coming in over this way. So from here, right, from here down to there,
here down there, all that shock tower.
Yeah. So we're gonna paint. We're gonna paint all that. The firewall we can't really do because there's stuff on it, but we're gonna do all this, and on that side, in gloss black with clear coat, so that way it looks like a brand new thing. We're also going to do the radiator support and gloss black with clear coat, so that way it'll look nice and clean. Lako doesn't know about it, so we're not going to tell him about it. So you guys see it first before, well, obviously he's going to see it before you guys do, but you guys will see it in the video, and I'll even film his reaction, because this video will come out when you guys see his reaction. We're not going to tell him a damn thing though about it. We're not going to show him pictures. If we do post pictures, it's going to be in black and white on Instagram, so that way he can't see that we.
He's gonna notice, but you're not gonna notice. I don't know.
Well,
Like
he'll
the reflection. They might think we just watched the babe.
Yeah, if anything, he'll just think that we cleaned it. It's Lako, you know? So he'll be like, oh shit, they cleaned it. That's sick, wicked, awesome. But in reality, we painted his Injibay and whatnot for him. Just a little thing, just a little extra for our boy.
I think there's these that are stopping it.
To the hood?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's cool though. I'm tripping.
All right, so we got it as straight as possible. As straight as we can. Remember that this is a fucked up front end that has been damaged. Sorry for you Honda guys. You guys aren't gonna like this one very much. So for dangling with it, this is as much as we can get the gap, but it's supposed to come back just a little bit more like this and go up, because then we get this nasty gap here. Ouch, that fucking hurt. But it's a lot better than what it was. I would say it's a lot better. Headlights are pretty symmetrical. They look pretty good together. What do you think?
Yeah.
Like, looking at it front wise, does it look fine? Huh?
I'll look at it right now. Hold on.
All right. And I'm gonna weld up the bottom end right now so we can do all that. Because that bumper bar is fucked anyways. So with the Sadowski bar that's gonna go on here, it should bring up the bumper a little bit more. And if we need to do so and bend it out more, we'll grind down the spot welds that I'm gonna do, and we'll bring it out. How does it look standing in the middle? Like if you're looking at the car coming in, like it's about to hit you.
The gap points are good. The headlight's a little off, but the DA.
Yeah, DAs are always like that. You know, Chris Sadowski said when he saw your fitment, he goes, dude, do mine. Because I guess his fitment's the same way. Like when it comes to this. No cars headlights line up perfect unless like the body's 100%, like 100%. Yeah, never touched. So, I mean, even my Civic doesn't even line up perfectly. And I have all the hardware and everything for it, and I've never, ever been hit in the front or damaged the front at all, period. So, it just, I guess over time, it just loses its structural integrity and it just kind of fucking wobbles. We do need to adjust this fender a little bit because the gap is too small right here. So we just need like a little bit of a gap. So we're going to adjust that and bring it forward just a smidge. And then, yeah. Oh, also, Lako, we put your fenders back on here. So that's dummied on right now. But once we tighten this all the way, your fender won't make that rattle sound because we're actually using the brackets. But I'm going to pull out the welder and get started on this. All right, guys, I'm going to start welding. Let's hope for the best. Hope we got this straight because, like I said, this body is right. So we're gonna try to get this thing as straight as possible for Lako. Let's get to it.
What the fuck is that, man?
Huh? I need to get this piece right here. Yeah, seriously. All right, third time's the charm because I fucked up the last two takes. All right, we got it painted. Primer, paint, clear coat. As you guys can see, Shiny, 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 shiny. We didn't do over there, and we didn't do over there because that gets covered and that gets covered. So we already know the motor looks like a fossil. So, you know, that being said, and don't worry about the condenser because he needs a new one. He's going to get a new one anyways, or eventually. But yeah, he has no idea that we did this, and he's coming tomorrow, and he's going to check it out. And it was all crusty and musty and gross, kind of like some people sucks. I'm not saying anybody. So yeah, so there we go, and we'll see how he reacts tomorrow. All right, guys. So we're sitting here waiting for Lako. I got my boy Jake over there, and Alex is here, and we're just waiting on him to come and see this, and then it'll get uploaded tonight, so you guys have something to watch after your kids go to sleep, after you guys give out Halloween candy. So yeah, I'm just sitting here chilling and killing. I have a Coke a day. I stopped drinking soda, by the way. So, but you know, a Coke a day keeps the headaches away. So whatevs. Yeah. Is it cool if I film you too, or no? I got my homie right here. He's the mailman. Come take a look. Look at your front end.
Hell yeah.
Notice anything different about it?
The paint. The straightness. Whoa, the whole bag.
Uh-huh. He said, whoa. We didn't tell him about it. We didn't tell him about it. No, not at all.
Hell yeah.
Why do you think we had to edit that photo that Alex posted?
I was wondering, I'm like, on the way here, I'm like, you know the funniest shit? I'll be happy when you post pictures because you don't edit them.
Mm-hmm.
Alex always got to put the black or
Yeah.
the picture sideways.
Because he was going to post it, and he's like, damn, dude. And he was trying to do, like, the swipes on the Instagram to make it, like, black or white. Yeah. I said, nah, fuck that. So we went, and I turned up all the warmth, all the colors, all the saturations, and all that shit. And then I was like, now I'll put it to black and white. And he put it to black and white, and it just looked like oil. All right, man.
Yeah, we're just finagling with this.
Yeah, we're gonna put this. So we're gonna use this little piece right here.
It's off, but not a lot anymore.
Yeah.
I got it. We got it as close as we can.
So we're gonna use this little piece, and we're gonna crazy glue it.
Could plastic weld it.
It won't hold up as strong. Plus, I don't think I have any more plastic. That was good ABS plastic that we were using.
The ABS one, like the clip-ins, they don't have those little metal things?
No, that won't hold it in. That'll burn right through. It'll melt through, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we don't want it to melt through.
Hey, not to ask too much.
That's too much stuff.
Can I use your bar until mine get here?
Bro, that's just a bitch. I thought of it too.
We thought of it.
It's too much to fucking align my shit, bro, yeah. Like right now, it's as close as I can possibly get it. I thought of it too.
You might as well. We're already here at this point.
What? I don't know. I thought of giving you my 9091. You could rock that bumper, but it's blue.
That's what I was like.
We'll just put that bumper.
That's why he didn't. I told you he was gonna want to. I told you he was like. This is why you guys want the Sadowski bar. See this? Huh? That's how it's gonna sit with the Sadowski bar. We put the Sadowski bar in here. He's gonna rock it until the time being, until he gets his own from Chris. But yeah, look at our no gaps, nice and flush. It is sitting under on my side. You might have to. There you go. Yep, that's it. All right, guys, check it out. Check it out, check it out, check it out. So we know that this end is sticking out like this, but that's because he left the clips at home for it. So for now, it's zip tied. When he goes home, he can put the clip on and he'll bring it up. But look at the fitment, my guys. The reason why that's going in too is because he has hood risers on here because he got an engine lift. Literally, I mean it. Like he got an engine lift to, because he was low, you know, obviously. So yeah, that can come right forward a little bit. Maybe we could dangle with it if you guys want to try.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll screw the bolt in, what have you. And yeah, but his front end is straight, and I don't think he's ever seen it this straight before. So yeah. Posting a link down in the description where you guys can get your Sadowski bar. And I think he has them for EG, DC, EK, DA. I'm not too sure about S2000, but I know there's some other bars that are on his site that you guys can order. Relatively cheap, shipping is cheap, and it brings your bumper up from doing this to this. See? So if you want to check it out, link is down below in the description. Make sure you go and buy it. If you could leave a note to say Lazy Man sent you, and yeah, he'll really appreciate it. This video, please make sure to slap that like button. I will be uploading a lot more. I know I say that every time, but this time I mean it, so please sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications so you guys are notified when I upload every single time. My name is Chris from Lazymangarage, and I'm lazy, so you don't have to be. Peace.